let's see what the builders did till now.
Take off.
We are trying to get ready with the roof for before the winter, but as you can see, the winter arrived.
Home point updated.
And we are not done yet. Hopefully the snow will melt soon, and then we can continue with the, I don't know how it's called in English, but this vignette that's around the house. You can see it. I will circle right now. There is a frame, wooden frame made for it to pour the concrete around, and in that wooden frame the concrete will support the roof later. So that was supposed to be poured this week. However, as you can see around, it doesn't seem to be possible right now with the snow and the temperatures. So to pour the concrete we need to have minimum -5 degrees, which right now is around that temperature. So the temperature itself is not a problem. However, the snow is, and the concrete truck will basically just not work. Will not arrive with the concrete B25 to pour it. And of course the builders are not working if it looks like that. Let's just see it from above. That's how it looks. Yeah, I'm standing on the first floor. We have open ceiling above the living room, where you can see the hall. Let's see it from the front. Here is a little pond. It will grow bigger sometime. Firstly, we have to get a digger. That's after the house for the view. I will turn right now, and then you can see the windows. We have quite a nice view. So let's see it from closer, from a bit lower. Before, on the previous videos, you're not able to see it so well, how it's going to look, as the frame wasn't there yet, the top frame at least. I'm here as well, in the snow. So where the big trapezoid windows are, it will be the view from where I'm standing. There will be an open space, and then you can see, at least in the winter without leaves, you can see the fields. On the right side there will be a wall, and there is our doggy walking around. So here will be the trapezoid windows, and below that there are normal rectangle windows. From the open living room you can see both, and from the top floor only from the open space. The rest will be walled rooms. Let's see it around. I have to move around a bit because of the trees here. I will move a bit backwards. Yeah, you can see the tree. There's another one coming. That gives you a pretty nice overview of the surroundings and of the house around it. Here are the windows from the bedrooms, 2 bedrooms with 2 windows, and there will be of course also roof windows. I have to again point so we can see, we can avoid the tree. Here you can move a bit farther. You can see the pond in the background. Doggy is making crying sounds so he can climb up. He's a bit afraid of the stairs. I will show you in a moment. Here's the entrance side. So here are 2 doors. The entrance to the house. There will be some roof hang above. And there is also, now I go above the trees again. And there is also the door, the second door is the doors from the fireplace. So the fireplace can be entered from inside the house and from outside the house. That's better for the storage. Here I have to go around the tree again. And here's the view on the pretty windows again. And at the bottom you can see the doggy that tries to constantly get my attention. Amorek! Tak? No, czekaj! And now I'll show you from the point of view I have what will be the view from the pretty big windows, trapezed windows. Just an empty field and the little pond that we are creating currently. Because the side that we are looking at now is south, so it's very sunny. So the trees that are there, it's nice because they are currently in the winter no leaves, so we will get the most of sun, and then in summer you get nice shadow from the leaves. So we keep the trees how they are, and here is the right now you cannot really see the view yet because of the construction works, but you can get a pretty overview. And here is the second one. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if they did a good job with the railings in the wooden forms. I am normally not going to that spot because it's for me to... I don't like the 3 meters open space to stand above. I'm a bit scared of the heights. So let's see it with the drone. Oh, sorry. Here. Here's the railings. Let's see the other one. We'll come to the other side soon. And this side. Looks quite solid. Never mind the snow, of course. Let's go to the other side. The most important is the pouring temperature of the concrete. So if it's above -5, of course in the winter they add also a special powder so it doesn't freeze while pouring. But then after that you have to cover it with some extra foil, and you keep the wood cover for a bit longer so it dries in a bit warmer and less wet temperature than it would without the wood and without the foil cover. For the rest, it should be fine, even if it snows. Actually, snow is, after we pour, snow is a good isolation, just like for leaves. Yeah. Oh, not this side. The forest side. You can see how much forest we have gated. It's quite funny, but it's nice and private. So we can. We even have a bathroom window, and we will not cover. There will be no need to cover it, because there is just no one around. Let's see from the other side. Here we are again. Here's the gate. Looks quite nice. And the rest is just forest with some dirt road. Okay.
So we were flying during the pumping of the concrete. It was such a bad weather, like the fog and the visibility was very low for the drone. So we didn't film that much, but you can see here that the ring beam is getting filled with the pump. You can soon see the fog. Yeah, the visibility is so low. Yeah.
We are done with the ring beam. That's the wieniec. I've checked in Polish. I checked the meaning of this word in English.
Home point updated.
So the structure, the wooden structure that is done around the building, is filled up now with concrete, and that's called concrete that supports the wall, supports the roof later. That's coming, and that is a construction part of the building, like the stones are just the fill up, and the structural part of the building is always the concrete filled with rebar. That is exactly the ring beam. That is ring beam, poles. So one concrete truck has filled all these poles and ring beam around the building. It was exactly 4 cubic meters of concrete poured at once, and then right now it's covered with plastic foil because it's not so warm in Poland. Just to be safe, it's then covered, so if it's in case it's freezing, it doesn't touch the concrete drying. Concrete has also added substance, anti-freezing substance, but that's just to protect it from freezing while the concrete is just poured, and for the first period of its drying. Later the foil is protecting it from the temperatures below zero. Also, you can see, I'll go down again a bit, you can see on the ring beam around, on the long walls, you can see there are like kind of screws sticking out. They are the parts that connect later to the roof. The roof beam, the main roof beam, 2 roof beams that support the rest of the beams of the roof. The vertical parts, the triangle parts above the windows of the ring beam don't have it, as they are not supported they are not supporting the roof beams. Let's go again to the triangle, the pretty windows. You can see I got the flower from the builders for the end, because that's the last time the builders have this team of builders has been working on our building, on our house. So to say goodbye, they left like a bouquet of pine tree the needles. It's here. Let's see. Let's see it from closer. Yes. In a week we will take off the structures, the wooden structures from around the concrete, then we will make another video so you can see how the concrete has dried up. Normally you would do it after 2 days or 1 or 2 days, yeah, with normal temperatures if it was done in summer, but because it's winter we have to wait around a week, just to be safe that it's for sure dried and safe from low temperatures and snow, in case if it would be snowing. So you could see on the last video we got surprised with the snow. However, it lasted for a week or 2, and then we sped up the team and the concrete truck and have done the finish up works in 1 day. Let's see it around. Ooh, let's go with it up. And I did a video during the pouring of the concrete, but it was so foggy outside that the drone recognized the fog as the that it has basically ground not far away from itself, so it thought, yeah, my height was showing that I'm 30 meters above the ground. However, the drone thought it was ready to land anytime I put the throttle down. So I had to do like emergency landing. But I have recorded something, and that's a nice part. Let's see it from the spot where I have no trees. I can go down here a bit. So yeah, I have recorded some, not much because of the weather conditions. It was a bit risky anyways to start with, but I am experienced with some situations where drone can fail and how to handle them, so I wasn't that afraid. Like if it would have trouble like it did, I still managed to land safely, and the drone is now dried up and flying properly again.
Here you can see what the drone operator sees, because she's with her phone. So she has a different view than you get with from the drone.
Have to go up again because we have trees again. They are annoying to fly, but as our house has so many windows, it's nice in summer that the sun will not be directly against us. So we keep the trees at least for now, right next to the house. And here we are again in the prettiest spot.
Bye bye.